Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I have for you is my November melting basket. So I put my happy little turkeys out, and let's just dive right on in. It's going to be wonderful. Now, November is one of my favorites because you can split the personality of fall and Christmas and feel justified in melting both. And for the first time, I thought that in one of these videos I would purposely include some of my brick stash because I got a lot of wax to warm through. So we're going to start there, and I went with the large size of my box. Usually you guys see the little one. I don't know how much of this wax I'm going to get through. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I can tell you that I have a lot of ambitious wax goals for this month as far as melting. I am definitely not going to get through everything, but let's have a great time with this wonderful fall-a-day kind of a mix for November and my melting basket 2024. So let's start out with one of these, which was last year's really nice orange spice brick. Orange spice and everything nice. This, I did not end up clubbing it because although it's lovely, it doesn't really last a super long time in my home. It's a nice sweet orange scent. It's somewhat like the new spiced orange, sparkling spice citrus that we have in the Harvest 5-bar bundle. So if you're kind of sad that you missed out on this, that one is enough like it. But this has more vanilla. The other one's got some currant and some clove. But this is just such a sweet, good holiday scent that I want to start melting it now and appreciating it all the way through November and December. So good. And then another one that was very nice last year, and I have a couple of bricks of this, and I really need to work on some, is Holly Jolly Cider. Now, I will probably melt more of this after Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving is really late this year. It's on the 28th. Oh, this is so good. So this is apple with a little bit of tree, some spices. It is just quintessential Scentsy holiday goodness, and I know that I will be enjoying this all holiday season long, if I can get it to come out here. Oh, this is so nice, you guys. But again, how much am I going to get through unless I'm really, really purposeful about it? So these are things that I just want to focus on so that they aren't laying around after the holidays and I totally forgot. Now, I've been pretty good about making some dents in my pumpkin roll bricks. This is my nice one. I just showed you the other one in my What I've Been Warming video. That's actually the one I'll probably be using for November, but there's something about showing you a beautiful whole bar or brick of wax that's more inspiring to me. So I like to use these if I still have them when I'm filming. And then, of course, you guys know I will have to use, especially in November, a good amount of my sweet orange pomander brick, which is a spice bomb. I just love this. And I have it in bars too because it's in my quarterly club. And I'll probably, again, be kind of working on a nasty beat-up old brick that's downstairs in reality, but these glorious, beautiful bricks are so much fun to show. Okay, let's get into my double-sized, super-sized box of wax for melting basket schemes this month. First off in here, I've got Painted Leaves, which is a scent I say I'm going to warm, and then I don't. I was just talking about a Teddy Bees called God's Woods in my What I've Been Warming video. That would be really good with this alternate warmers, because that one's not quite as crisp. It's close, but that's a little bit more rich from the vanilla balsam. This is sharp and clean. This is such a November walk in the woods scent, but it's very, very strong. I don't remember exactly what all is in here, but it's like golden woods and spruce and eucalyptus to my nose. Very, very nice. This is an old school Scentsy classic. I got several in either a sale or I put some from BBMB, like I did a stack and put it in my stash downstairs. Really nice. Now, we just had this really neat bundle sale where you could do buddies and or this one bundle of wax. And I got a couple of Golden Garland, which this one I like. I like Hay Rides better and I like Autumn Road Trip better. But this one is a very November-y scent and it's right in between those two. And this, again, would be really nice if you wanted to do it with the Painted Leaves, very fresh. This is a little bit more mums, marigolds, and I think maybe a twist of orange and some sharp green woodsy kind of smells. Very good. Okay, now here's one that I love, and I realize I haven't melted it at all this fall. That is Maple Apple Bourbon. This is why you do a melting basket. You get so distracted by all the fun new things that are coming that you have to try that you forget your old school favorites. I love this. This one is rich with the maple, the red apples, the woodiness, the bourbon. It's so good. And I need to melt me some of this. So another thing, which is one of the things that's distracted me that's new, is good old ginger cookie crunch. Oh, you guys. And this in alternate warmers are even mixed with the gingerbread hugs that you would have had to have already ordered the warmer that sold out in a day. But I wasn't sure, and I texted my director, and I just got my text back that it sold out within 24 hours, that warmer, which I got one because I know after I unbox it and show you, my mother is going to love that. It's so cute. Anyway, the gingerbread hugs bar that goes with it is far more gingerbread, has the right amount of like spiciness, but it would go beautifully with this new ginger cookie crunch, which is just more of a happy bakery scent with just a little bit of ginger snap crumble sprinkles on top. But this is so good. They're both going in my club for sure. This is a really authentic, good Scentsy Bakery scent. One of the few this fall where it still has all the sweetness that I like. Oh, beautiful bar, you guys. You got to try it if you haven't. This is in the Holiday 5-bar bundle. Not to be confused with Scents of the Season, which is launching November 1st. Okay, next one here is Cranberry Muffin, and this is an old BB&B for me. And this is a nice bar. I kept it for several years because if you've ever made the loaf of cranberry bread on the back of the Ocean Spray bag, this is a lot like that. So it's got the orange, it's got that really nice fluffy, almost like a yellow cake batter or a really rich muffin batter. The cranberries, it's just happiness, but it's not one where it's a ride or die for me. It's just pleasant. Okay, next one that we have here, this is the scent of the month for November. Either you love or hate this. Christmas cookie. This one, as soon as I can club it, I will be putting it in my bi-monthly club. This, I just love this. This is a very cozy idea, conceptual scent. So it's got the orange, it's got the pine, and it's got the gingerbread. But it's all very low key. Oh, I really get the pine on the back of this. You have to do this in a smaller space or a space that traps scent well. It is not a great performer, but I just love it. So you'll be melting tons and tons of this. Next one here is gingerbread pecan waffles. Now this is a better performer, and this is a different gingerbread note than say gingerbread cheesecake or the Christmas cookie. This is more rich. This has the waffle. Oh, this is so good, you guys. I'm glad this is in the catalog. I'll probably be clubbing this at the end of the season. It doesn't last a super long time, and it's not as strong as, say, Stroop Waffle Delight, but it is pitch perfect. This would be great also in alternate warmers with the gingerbread hugs, or I don't know what the whipped frosting is going to be like, but if it's a really rich, decadent frosting, it might be very good with this, even mixed in one warmer. So, so good. Next one here is going to be caramel praline cake. This was Scents of the Season last year and just showed up in that same bundle that Golden Garland was in. Now this is a rich, decadent scent. It's like really golden toffee shards or caramel, like the type where you break it all up and you make this artistic arrangement in the top of the cake. I'm artistic, but I'm not as good at cakes. That is hard for me with baking. There's a lot of precision there, and I'm not exactly precise. I'm more of a feel it and do it kind of a decorator, and yeah, anyway, I digress. But if I was that precise, I would want my cake to smell and taste like this and have beautiful caramel shards popping out the top, and then really buttery, decadent, almost like bundt cake type cake. That's what you got here. It's amazing. This caramel praline cake is a beautiful scent. Next I have Dutch apple bread, which I was just talking about liking better in my What I've Been Warming video. So this is just a really homey smell. I had to get used to the balance of the notes with this, but it's sort of like oatmeal bread with some apples. And it's good. And it's just cozy. Really, really nice and cozy. Good for a cold November day. And the next one was one of my younger daughter's loves, and then she fell off the wax bandwagon for a bit. Now she's back on, so I probably should give this to her. But vanilla bourbon was in my club for quite a while. This actually started out as a Father's Day scent, but it's just nice. It's smooth. Not a great performer, though, which is part of why I eventually got rid of it. It's got nutmeg and bourbon and vanilla, but it's a really nice background scent for a bedroom or maybe a small study, library, somewhere cozy. There's going to be lots and lots and lots of the word cozy in this particular melting basket because November is just one of my favorite months of the year because you get the best of fall, you get the best of the holidays that are coming, and it's just a great concoction jumble of all of it. Next, this bar I kept in my club for quite a while. This is a boomer. Maple Vanilla Glaze. This was a trio of holiday scents when I first started out with Scentsy as a consultant. This thing is so strong. This is like you took a really rich cake donut and dipped it in a very powerful butter-filled maple glaze. Lots of vanilla. It's so nice. This is a Saturday morning scent for me. Next one here is vanilla cinnamon maple. Now it seems like that would be similar to your maple vanilla glaze over there, but this one is more subtle. This is a little deeper scent, not as sweet, not as in your face. This is a little bit more gentle. It's sort of it's not quite a background scent like the vanilla bourbon, but it's not as high toned as the maple vanilla glaze. It's got gentle spice, gentle vanilla, gentle maple. This is a read a book by a Cozy Fire smell. So good. Okay. Next here, because we're going to kind of see that there's some Christmas mixed in as we get farther into this gigantic box that I'm working with. Christmas Cottage Cider. Now, last year they did a Scentspirations that I'm not sure was super popular. I liked a couple of them, but I didn't end up clubbing any of them. Christmas Cottage Cider was like you took Christmas Cottage, the bar, and cider mill and put them together, at least in my opinion. And it's good. It's just none of them were like rock star. But I knew that I would like this in November, so I did grab a few before it went away. And it's just really nice. It has the spices from Christmas Cottage, and the raspberry that's in the original bar sweetens it up, where I think that was kind of the downfall of this collection. There's also a Christmas Cottage wreath that I have a few of. I didn't like the mint one at all, but I liked this. And I like the wreath one, but they get a little sharp because it lacks that fruity sweetness that balances original Christmas Cottage. Okay, next one here, talking about balancing sweetness. Holiday Market, very similar to Christmas Cottage, honestly, to me. But this is more grapefruit, and I forgot what else is in here, maybe apple, and some good spices. I really, really like this. This is similar to our Wrapped in Lights, but the Wrapped in Lights is heavier on the pomegranate. That's what else is in here. This is grapefruit and pomegranate and spices. But the Wrapped in Lights is heavier and it's got lemon. I really like this Holiday Market a lot. This is in the same collection as our Ginger Cookie Crunch. These two are the standouts to me of that collection. Love, love, love. And I like Bundle Up too. I think that might be in here. Dancing Sugar Plums. This is a really fun scent. Oh, this one I had in my club for a while. I love alternate warmer or direct mixing this with apple butter frosting or Saint Nickerdoodle if you have either of any of those. Or you can even do one of the apple ones with sweet plum pastry, but this is a little spicier and it's better. So this is just like a simmering plum scent, so comforting and good. Next here we have Almond Croissant. Now the only reason that I have Almond Croissant is probably to mix it with different things, but at the same time, sometimes even just a good old standard, you forget to melt it because, as I said earlier, all these other things are coming down the pike. So, this is butter pecan, almond croissant, apple butter frosting. That's my triumvirate of, I think, the best all year round bakery scents Scentsie's ever produced. This is just it. This is the only almond bar that is superb. There are others that are good. This is superb. Rich, flaky almond, little teeny bit of cinnamon sugar, perfect pastry, best bar ever. Next one here is Spiced Ember Glow. So we're kind of getting more into some of the more wintry things now. Spiced Ember Glow was in the catalog for a few years. This is a very deep, smoky, spicy hearth scent. Yeah, and it's got deep spice, almost sharp with the embery smolderiness. Like my favorite of all time, Cozy Fireside, which of course we will not be putting in the melting basket until December. That is the December bar. Like for me, Cozy Fireside is what for most people Christmas Cottage is. It's the bar for the holidays. Anyway, this one, what does this have? Some smoked or toasted vanilla, some really deep apple, and those very deep, almost bitter spices, but it's good. So I thought that would be nice for a cold, late November day. Then I have Cinnamon Woods. This was from our Harvest 5-bar bundle. Now this is one that it's okay, but I do think it'll be really nice in November. I did not club this or really get much more. I got a couple bundles to test it out in the beginning. It's a dry, cinnamon woody, and then there's supposed to be pear scent. If there was more pear, I think I'd love this. There just isn't enough for me. It needs some sweetness. So that one's just one I think I'll get through. Ooh, but that would be really good in alternate warmers with Cedar Cider, which is one of my favorite late fall scents that is still very fall-ish. If you have not tried this, if you like woodsy at all, there's a touch of woodsy funk in this, but oh, it's so good. It's got the cedar, it's got the apple, it has vanilla bean. Lovely, lovely bar. So, so good. So that I think I did with the cinnamon woods. Now, one that I have not melted much this fall, and it's so good, is Falling Leaves. This is patchouli and clove and cinnamon. Oh, it's so good. And this feels very like 90s old school, but I love it. I just love it. What else do we have in here? Maple rum cake. Ooh, you guys. This is an old one that I've saved in my club because it's really unique. It's a deep, dark, rummy spice cake scent that was in a harvest trio a few years ago. It smells a little off in the clam. You put this thing in the warmer and it just, oh, it's so rich and deep and good. It's a perfect November scent. So nice. Okay, now let's kind of push over into some lighter scents and then our Christmas scents. Cinnamon Bear. I'll be melting this old school classic in November and December. To me, this is also really good for January, but it's just the best cinnamon. This cinnamon bar, Cinnamon Bear is its name, it's just the right kind of cinnamon. It's done correctly. Like I was just at Bath & Body Works where my daughter is working for the enemy again. I mean, not at all. I love Bath & Body Works, but she's doing a secondary job there really just for fun over the holidays as part-time to go with her credit union job. And their holiday is similar to Cinnamon Bear, but I think Cinnamon Bear is a little bit better. It's not quite so nose-burning. It's just amazing. So cinnamon on steroids, either that candle and or that bar, those are the best. So, so good. Okay, what else do we have here? Ooh, this is, if you're going to do Thanksgiving as a Thanksgiving scent rather than melting Christmas, Harvest Blessings. This smells like Thanksgiving. It's this beautiful, oaky, old school, Yankee type fruit scent. Oh, it's got a little bit of muskiness. It smells a lot like Harvest from Yankee. This is another one that's discontinued. You just have to have it in club or from flash sales. Lovely bar. Lovely, lovely bar. Okay, what else do we have here? I wanted to try melting some cherry chestnut in November because this was new in our catalog. And it's really interesting. So it's got the cherry, it's got a vanilla, it's got a little bit of bakeryness, and then it has this chestnut note. So, I don't know, I just thought that'd be good on a November day where I didn't know what else to melt. Then I did grab our beautiful new bundle up. This would be a bedroom melt. This is so cozy. This is like body care, similar to Cozy Cardigan or Cozy Cashmere if you're familiar with either of those. It's cuddly, it's gentle, it's lovely. I got the pod and the fragrance flower in this. Love this smell. If you haven't tried this, so I guess there are 3 in our holiday 5-bar collection that I really, really like. Those would be my standouts. I don't particularly care for the green or the blue bar, although I will melt through them. Okay, what else do we have here? I've got so much, I almost feel like the video is going to be too long. So let's just move on to some Christmas stuff. Snow-Kissed Cranberry. Oh, you guys. I was so happy this was in that same flash sale bundle as Cranberry Garland, which I did have Cranberry Garland in here. I grabbed it out to be able to do my decor video. I will absolutely be melting Cranberry Garland in November. That is one of the flagship old school scents that I think Scentsy needs to bring back for scents of the season. It's a deep cranberry, woods, and sage smell with pine cones. It's fabulous. That's a Thanksgiving scent for sure. But this is like the bedroom for Thanksgiving or a powder room or something. It's a body care cranberry, and I was so glad to get a little bit more of that. Now we're going to get into the Christmassy smells. So let's start out with the Christmas Vacation Griswold Christmas scent. I haven't melted this yet, but it is so nice. It's got fir balsam, it has pear, it has spice. I know I will love this. I mean, how could it be bad? It's a tree scent. And I think this will be really good for November when I'm craving tree. So then after that, the Peaks and Pines that was in our Harvest 5-bar bundle, this is a scent you can do all fall and into November, even Christmas long. It's beautiful with like dewy greens, lavender. It smells like pine. It's just lovely, you guys. Then the next one that I have here is Winter's Eve. Now this would be something I might put in the basement for Greg. So this is a really nice cologne scent with some pine. And I like mixing this with iced pine. I might mix it with Christmas tree since I have more of that. And this is one this was a brick several years ago, and I really need to use up this last bar and the brick cubes that I've got left. So that is one I I just wanted to throw into focus on. And it's a good transition scent between November and December. So then the next one here is one of the ones that I don't really like, but I'm going to give it another try from the Holiday 5-bar bundle. This is called Frosted Fantasy, and to me this just smells like greenery, but summer greens. Like, this does not smell Christmassy or even wintry to me at all. It's like dewy greens. Anyway, I'm going to give it another try and see if it's better. We'll see. Now here's one that sometimes I love it and sometimes I don't, and that is Frosted Cedar. Now, I cannot see this for Christmas, although some people, I think this is their Christmas go-to greenery, like festive greenery scent. This is vanilla, cedar, and apples. And kind of like the Frosted Fantasy, I get more of a green or grassy note, but I have had some successful melts with this where I liked it, so I'm going to try it again in November, probably in my Florida room. And it will be really nice as far as like colors and theme with the things I'm going to decorate out there. So we've got that. Here's one. This is a beautiful scent. Holly Berry Cinnamon. I love this. This is like musk, cinnamon, holly, very 90s old school, reminiscent of decorating for Christmas kind of smell. Like if you wanted to go cottagecore Christmas and you still had bars of this would be a great theme scent for that. The next couple that I have here, because I have just a couple more. Ooh, and I wanted to say that I am still working on Vanilla Barnwood, which is in the catalog. This was last year's Cozy Cuddly scent. This is another good bedroom melt. Amber, vanilla, barnwood. Sometimes people say it smells like Fruit Loops. I like it either way. It doesn't really matter to me. And then let's get back to icicles and evergreen. I got an extra bar of this for my friend Robin. I still am working on this beat up old brick, so I probably should melt that first. This was so popular several years ago, and then they pulled it from the catalog. I think they should stick this in club as a brick. People loved this. If you still love icicles and evergreen, can you please tell me? It's a sweet sort of, it's got a little bit of eucalyptus. It has a sweet ambery golden quality, some apple, some light evergreen. It's really good. But I don't know if people just got burned out or what, but it just disappeared. And then last but not least, this is my November tree scent. Farmhouse Fir. I sure hope this shows up in BBMB for all the rest of you at some point. If you're a tree hater, this is a good one. It's sweet with the fir needle, and it's got some grapefruit, and it's got cedar, and this one's very discolored. It shouldn't be tan, it should be green. I need to melt this. It is such a happy, beautiful, gentle scent that brings in the holidays. So I hope that you guys have a lovely Thanksgiving. If you're in Canada, I know you've already celebrated that. When Halloween's over, you are like, no roadblocks to Christmas. The rest of us in America still have to juggle our pilgrim hats and our reindeer antlers. But I hope that you all have a very joyful and as relaxing as possible holiday season coming up. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents with her gigantic melting box for November, which is the best of fall and the best of the holidays. Love you guys. God bless. Bye-bye.